What's going on, guys? I'm Mighty back here again with the weekly Rust Skins videos, and today, in my opinion, we don't have the best looking Rust store. We've got a continuation of the Neon Storage set, continuation of the Rainbow Pony set, continuation of the Tempered Roadsign set, a new armor ammo supply container, continuation of the comics set, continuation of the atomic set, and a continuation of the fish furnace. So everything is a continuation of a set, except for the ammo supply container that I'm aware of. Let's get started with the clothing, and we'll start off with the comics satchel. As we all know, that is definitely clothing. Bada boom is what it says on the front of it, including a bang on one of the bean can grenades. So it's going to cost $2.60. Overall, the comics set has actually been performing quite well, although satchel skins really don't perform that well, especially short term. And 6 out of the 14 satchel charges on the community market are actually below this store price of $2.60. So overall, I'm going to say that the comic satchel is going to be a riskier investment. I do think that you're going to be able to get it for a little bit cheaper on the community market with the buy order, and that is what I'm going to recommend to do. Instead of investing in it on the Rust store, I recommend getting it off of the community market with a buy order. If the satchel charge ever gets buffed, all of the skins for it will go up in price, but I don't see that happening anytime soon because they are only tier 1 and they're probably in a pretty good state at the moment, to be honest. So overall, I don't really like the satchel charges in the game. I do like the skin, but I'm not going to recommend investing in it off the Rust store because I do think that there is better potential short-term investments for this Rust store, and I also do think that you're going to be able to pick it up for a cheaper price on the community market with a buy order to maximize potential profits. Alrighty, moving over to the continuation of the Rainbow Pony set. We now have the Roadsign chest and the coffee can helmet going for $3.25 each. The coffee can helmet has the Rainbow Pony's head with the rainbow vomit coming out of its mouth, and the Roadsign jacket has a bunch of different weather stuff, and the main chest centerpiece of the vest has the Rainbow Pony on it. So overall, $3.25. I'm going to recommend getting the chest plate over the coffee can helmet in this case, just because the chest plate usually does perform better than the coffee can helmet. Even though the coffee can helmet is indeed quite unique, it is also quite easily replaced by a lot of other items in Rust for projectile protection. So I'm going to recommend getting the Rainbow Pony vest off of the Rust store over the coffee can helmet, but I do think that they will both be decent long-term investments. I do think you would probably be able to get both of them for a little bit cheaper on the community market. So if you want to play it safe, then I'd recommend to do that. But overall, I don't think that these are going to go down too much on the community market, and so I'll recommend investing in either of them off of the Rust store for this week. Just keep in mind though, oversaturation is definitely a possibility, but currently the Roadsign vest is 4th on the top sellers, so midway, and the helmet is 5th, so also midway. So pretty safe spot for them to currently be at. Alrighty, finally moving over to the Tempered Roadsign gloves for the clothing, going for $4.60, which is way above center store price for clothing and armor. And overall, Roadsign gloves, they've actually performed pretty well, but out of the 9 Roadsign gloves, 5 out of the 9 are below $4.60, so definitely not a good starting price for the Roadsign gloves this week. And so for that reason, and also the reason that they're number 2 on the top seller, so they're going to get oversaturated, I'm not going to recommend investing in them off of the Rust store for this week. I do definitely think you're going to lose money if you try and invest in them as a short-term investment, because I do think that they will probably get dumped on day 1 on the community market. I definitely do think you're going to be able to get them for a little bit cheaper on the community market, and I do think that these are going to be decent long-term investments. Unless you are buying them off of the Rust store, then I don't think they're going to be fantastic. Overall though, really nice looking Roadsign glove skins. I'm definitely going to be picking up some as a play skin, and I'm not going to recommend investing in them, but I really do like what they look like. Alrighty, moving over to the Atomic SAR, going for $2.60. This is a continuation of the Atomic set. So far we've had the Atomic AK, or the Atomic AR is what it's actually named, and the Atomic LR, which is also named the Atomic LR. So the AK is going for $1.93 and the LR is going for $3.97. I do think that the Atomic SAR is going to sit somewhere in between those two. Both of their quantities are pretty high. The Atomic AK has 115 quantity, the Atomic LR has 141. I do think that the Atomic SAR is probably going to have around about 130 or so quantity on the community market when it does release, going for $2.60. I do think it's going to go a little bit above that price, but after Steam's tax, I do think that it'll probably be a break-even skin investment, or maybe even slightly under. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in this off the Rust.com store for this week. I would recommend getting it with a buy order off of the community market if you are to invest in it. If you want to get it as a play skin, I don't think it's really going to lose you money, and I don't think it's going to be a terrible long-term investment, but overall I'm not going to recommend investing in the Atomic SAR as a short-term investment for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the ammo supply container, going for $3.25. This is above center store price for deployables and large wooden box skins, and there's a large wooden box with the ammo label on it, so it's definitely good for sorting. Although it's in the wrong spot, there is still a little ammunition icon at the end of the box, which is pretty much the play side for most loot rooms. But honestly, while Neon Storage is coming out, I really don't think that this is going to be the first pick over Neon Storage, ammo supply, ammo storage. You know, for around about the same price, you're paying a little bit more to get the glowing deployable instead. So overall, I don't think that the ammo supply container is going to be a very good investment. We do have other supply stuff in the community market. No large boxes, but we do have 4 small boxes and 1 sleeping bag. They're all pretty old skins and they're doing all right, but overall I still don't think that the ammo supply container is going to be a good investment. Maybe as a good long-term investment, just because I don't really think there's going to be that many of them. Although in saying that, currently it is 3rd on the top sellers, so it's not looking good for the ammo supply container in my opinion. Oversaturation is definitely going to be a possibility. This is obviously made to look like it is to be dropped out of the sky as an ammo supply container, of course, from the airdrops, or even to be found on one of the cargo ships. Going for $3.25, I don't think this is going to be a profitable investment. I would recommend getting it with a buy order on the community market. I do think the value of it is going to crash, and for that reason I'm not going to recommend investing in the ammo supply container for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the fish furnace, going for $1.95, the only item this week that is actually center store price. So this is center store price for deployables and furnace skins. It's also a continuation of the fish set, which a lot of people seem to love, and it has become a pretty decent meme. So we've had a fish full burlap set, and that's going for around about $1.30 to $1.50. Then we've got a fish bow going for $2.68, fish rock going for $5.14, fish burlap shoes going for $6.52, which I guess would be a part of the burlap set, but and that is it. Where do I think the fish furnace will sit? I do actually think it's going to go a little bit above its current store price of $1.95, but it isn't really a standout skin in my opinion. Yes, it's definitely a good meme during the day, which is definitely a plus, but it doesn't have a glowing emissive or anything like that, and it doesn't even glow in the dark, doesn't have any eyes that are glowing or anything like that, so I don't think it's going to be a crazy furnace for nighttime, and so for that reason I do think more people are still going to use the furnaces that glow in the night in comparison to this fish furnace that is, of course, a meme. Although because it is such a memey looking skin, I do also think that it will go up slightly above its store price, just because it is a standard store price of $1.95. So I do think this is going to be a fine long-term investment. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the fish furnace off of the Rust.com store for this week. I don't think it's going to be a very fast money maker, but I do think that it is going to be a pretty safe investment. So that is why I'm going to recommend investing in the fish furnace off of the Rust.com store for this week. And last but not least, moving over to the final skin of the week, continuation of the Neon storage set. So we've got the Neon Lobo storage box, the Neon Tools box going for $3.25, standard store price. Lobo become big spender. Also guys, just a quick reminder real quickly that Technical just won last week's thumbnail competition, so all you have to do is enter my Discord, make me a skits thumbnail, and if I like it enough and I like it more than other people's, then if I'm doing a giveaway for that week, I'll give you a skin that I choose. So last week, Technical Gaming won a Neon Comp storage box, which I'll send him very shortly, because it should now be tradable hopefully. And this is just a quick reminder to join the Discord. The link is in the description below. And also, if you want to try and win yourself some free skins, all you have to do is make me a hectic thumbnail. It can be made in Microsoft Paint. You can draw it with a pen and paper and take a photo of it with your Nokia E63, or you can go onto Photoshop or something like that and make something absolutely sick. So Moving over to the Neon Tools storage box, I do think this is going to be a safe investment. I rambled on because I don't actually have that much to talk about this Neon Tool storage box. It's the same as every other Neon storage box, but this one's actually going to get used just like the previous one, which was the comps box, and the previous one before that, which was the stone box. Everyone's going to have a tools box in their base, even the OTB kids, especially the OTB kids, because they're not going to be PvPing, they're just going to be farming and making their twig bases. $3.25. I do think this is going to be a profitable investment. Glowing deployable. This is what all of the Neon storage boxes have been valued at from the Rust Item store, and they've all only gone up from there. Congratulations to Duck for making bank. Congratulations to anyone else that's listened to me and invested in these and made bank. Overall, I'm going to recommend investing in the Neon Tool storage box for this week, and now we'll move over to the cart. Alrighty guys, this is my cart for this week. I'm getting one of everything. I'm getting 2 of the Rainbow Pony vests and 4 of the Neon Tool storage box. It's not really investing this week. It's going to cost me $37.75. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.
Why? 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 Why?